Hey everybody, today we're going to take a look at this poll out of New Mexico. It's from PPP and it's going to cover the upcoming 2024 presidential election. At the end, we'll also take a look at some statewide approval ratings. But first, let's go through these results. And New Mexico, it's not usually a state that gets a lot of polling. It's kind of a lower profile state. It used to be kind of a swing state. Now it's moderately blue. But let's see what this poll is telling us about the land of enchantment. This was done with 767 voters. I believe that's just registered voters, not likely voters. And it was taken last week, so it's recent. So this goes right into the head-to-head matchup. Biden, Trump, and Biden DeSantis. And Biden gets 49% of the vote against both of them. Trump pulls in 41%. DeSantis slightly better at 43%. So it's an 8-point deficit for Trump, 6 points for DeSantis. I would actually expect these numbers to be a little bit wider at this point. With all the indictments, Trump's unpopularity in the state, and Biden winning it by double digits last time, only an 8% deficit for Trump at this point. It doesn't really seem too terrible. This does mention that Biden won the state by 10.79 last time, and the last time a Republican carried the state in a presidential election was 2004. Here's a fun fact that I actually didn't even know. The last statewide race that any Republican won was 2016, and that was a state Supreme Court election. Now, how about Biden's approval rating? Well, it's at 45% with 48% disapprove. So he's underwater, but only slightly so. Now let's compare that to Trump's favorables. His are only at 33%. DeSantis's are even lower at 27. And with unfavorables, Trump is at 57, DeSantis is at 54. And then it goes on to say Biden holds a large lead among voters who identify as Hispanic or Latino at 59%. 34 support Trump. Against DeSantis, it's similar, 57 to 36 in favor of Biden. With white voters, 47% would support Trump, 44 Biden. 49 would go for DeSantis. 43 Biden. Among other ethnicities, Biden is at 48, Trump is at 34, and Biden 50 to 32 against DeSantis. So it's not really significant, but it does appear, at least in New Mexico, that DeSantis would be slightly stronger than Trump. So this is from PPP, Public Policy Polling. If you want to see what the reputation is like, we could get on 538. Their rating on here is A-. And like any pollster, they're going to have some hits and some misses. This will show you the direction that they're off, and it is kind of on both sides, but probably slightly more favorable for the Democrats. Now, if you look at the individual races, there's only one from the midterms on here. They had Patty Murray winning in Washington by 10. They underestimated her by 4.6. If you go back to 2020, they were way off in Iowa. They had Joni Ernst and Donald Trump narrowly losing the state, but they won those by likely margins. This one in Florida showed Biden winning by 7. They underestimated Trump by 10.4. That is extremely significant, and that was taken close to the election. No idea how they blew it that much, and you could look through the rest of these. Some of them are close, but some of them do have a noticeable error. So feel free to look through this and judge their accuracy on your own. But as for New Mexico, back in 2020, the polling was generally accurate. In the aggregate, Biden was ahead by about 12. He won it by over 10, close to 11. There was a minimal Democrat bias there, but not significant. So it's for sure that Trump is not popular in New Mexico, but neither is DeSantis, and actually neither is Biden. But in comparison, the incumbent is definitely more popular. I think if it is Trump and he loses it by under 10, that might be considered a victory for him in New Mexico. If we use the poll from today, it looks like DeSantis might be able to get it down 1 or 2 points more, but that all assumes there's not going to be an undercounting of Trump voters when Election Day rolls around. So this is not going to be a competitive state in 2024. That's not really a surprise, but the key will be to see if the state trends toward the right or if it keeps going toward the left. Now, the last thing we could do is take a look at some other statewide approval ratings. So we've got Governor Michelle Lujan Grisham. It shows right here her approval rating is at 47. That's not excellent, but her disapproval is at 43. So she is a net 4 positive. Compared to the last poll in October, she was at a 46 approve, 49 disapprove. So she was underwater by 3, but she did win re-election by about 6 to 7. Her Hispanic approval rating is at 58, but with white voters, it's at 51 disapprove, 41 approve. And then we also have the 2 U.S. senators. Martin Heinrich, he is up for re-election next year. He's only at a 38% approval rating, but 33% disapprove, so there's a large chunk, 29%, that really have no opinion of this guy. And their other senator, Ben Ray Lujan, he's at 42 approve, 37 disapprove, but another big chunk, 22%, have nothing to say about him. So that pretty much recaps what's going on in New Mexico. It's not the bluest state out there, but I don't think the Democrats are going to be sweating anything out there anytime soon. The Republicans' best bet is going to be the open seat for governor in 2026. That's a long way off, and probably the best office the Republicans could hope for. They did just have Susana Martinez in there for 2 terms not that long ago, so it's not like Republicans have zero chance here in the future, but on a federal level, they definitely have other targets that they're going to focus on. So I'll leave it there for now. Let me know in the comments, what do you think about this poll out of New Mexico? Are you surprised to see Donald Trump only trailing by 8 and DeSantis trailing by 6? What do you think of the state overall politically? Let me know down below. On your way out, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Join if you'd like to support the channel. Thanks for watching. I'll see you on the next video.